Get through the rain morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke.
That's a terrible joke.
Before we go absolutely ballistic at Abbey Jodes, let's have some fun.
Go on. All right, we may as well toy with her for a little bit before we absolutely rip into her.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's got a good joke?
Yeah. Do you mind if I go first, guys?
Oh, go on then.
Okay, and then we'll build up to Abs going second because, she's the queen of delivery. I just had 3 days to work on it too.
I had a long weekend to work on it.
Yeah, okay. One of us had a long weekend.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
Didn't you guys get the memo? I thought that was for everyone.
Good stuff. What about this? Unbelievable stuff on the weekend. So there was a man who entered a local paper's pun contest. So he sent in 10 different puns in the hope that at least one of the puns would win. But unfortunately, no pun intended. Just sort of one word broken down into a bunch of different words.
Could have been better, but anyway, moving on.
How very dare you.
Wow.
Okay.
I should probably do a credit for this one. This one was posted on our group family chat for the kids by my sister-in-law. I like to call her Inappropriate Nat because she's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
And her name's Nat.
I was going to say, why do you call it Inappropriate Nat? Then you explained it. Because she's inappropriate.
I just mansplained it.
Thank you.
No,
Now
he
I
just
understand.
mansplained it to himself. But anyway.
Okay. What are you going into a toilet? You're Australian, aren't you? Am I right?
Yeah.
What are you going out of a toilet? You're Australian. But what are you in a toilet? European.
That's good. That's a beautiful little play on words too.
Hazy's eye contact with me was just a few 2 seconds longer. It lingered because you see his little brain going, I think I get it.
No, that was the monkeys with the symbols
monkey
in
in there bashing the symbol furiously.
All right, you two, you want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
You like jokes? We got jokes. What do you got?
Sleep. Yeah, I don't get it either.
Oh,
God, that is actually awful. That is awful.
It's funny because I slept all day on Friday.
I know.
Is it funny though?
It is.
I reckon in about 20 minutes' time we need to furiously address this.
If you've been waiting to skip the school holiday crowds for your next trip, now's your chance.
Yeah, take a sneaky weekender with whatif.com.
Just imagine all those empty beaches.
Book accommodation and more on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
In the news today.
Breaking news.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
Sometimes it's just an information overload. You need it beautifully condensed into 3 stories. The things you need to know when you wake up.
The most important things that you need to know today. So let's go to Abbey in the newsroom for post-snooze news. What you got?
Good morning. So there was a massive fire at the Sterling Woolworths yesterday. Oh, yes. Some of the vision of this is just so scary. It all started in the aerosol aisle, and the whole complex was evacuated. I was getting calls from my sister going, do you know what's going on? There's all these fire trucks going up the freeway. And essentially this morning the fireys have come out and said that there's been $15 million worth of damage. So the entire Woolworths essentially is gutted. There was more than 100 firefighters on scene, and they were able to save the other businesses that are there. There's like a Baker's Delight, there's a Chibo, there's a fish place as well. But the sad news this morning and the frustrating news this morning on that is that 2 teenage boys, 14 years old, have been arrested.
Wow.
Oh my
for
God.
that fire.
So just a moment of madness from those kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the footage online, there's you can see these flames in the aisle going up to the roof, and more than 100 firefighters, and they couldn't contain it, and until the very end. So yeah.
Goodness.
Unbelievable stuff happening.
Newsy.
You want to talk about the bicycle bandit?
Yes, please.
So this story is absolutely incredible. So the bicycle bandit hit 11 different banks. From 2004 to about 2014.
Yeah.
And so cops have spent another decade since he first hit a bank trying to catch this guy, and they've arrested a 73-year-old. Unbelievable stuff. So yeah, serious and organised crime branch detectives arrested the man early on Friday at his O'Sullivan's beach house. I remember covering one of these for the news.
Wow. Doing it on a bike as well?
Yeah, so at least
Incredible.
on 4 occasions he escaped on a bike, but he had a strategically placed car elsewhere
Oh, right.
close to
okay.
the bank. So he'd ride off in his
Yeah.
bike and then he'd jump in a car and off he
Down
went.
the back streets.
I love these stories of it's been years and years and years, and they find because they've caught him on DNA.
Yeah.
So it's been all these years later, and you think back to all the big crimes that have happened across the world, and now because of DNA, they're nabbing these people.
Because at 73, and he netted over $250,000 in cash over
classic.
these bank robberies.
And his house at O'Sullivan Beach apparently worth about $1 million. So
Wow.
yeah, did well.
But you would think at 73, I've gotten away with this. I'm good to go.
Well,
here.
20 years later,
Yeah.
he was 53 when he did it.
Yeah, it's
There
amazing.
you go.
Anyway.
Never rob banks on a bike. That's the key message there.
You've got a little bit of sport, don't you?
Yes, so I'm going to finish up with a bit of Cricket World Cup news, of course. Australia take on Sri Lanka tonight. They need to win to stay alive. Bit of a shaky start, 0-2. Oh, yeah. All right, boys, any second now. Turn it on. What about this? England, and we love this, went down to Afghanistan.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, so Afghanistan put on 284. England all out for 215. Our boy Rashid Khan, 3 for 37.
Obviously, a little Adelaide striker boy coming back again for this
Yes.
season, but
It feels like he's South Australian, Rashid
it feels
Khan.
like it.
Absolute superstar. So there you go. Just quickly touch on as well. We will with Tom Wren a little bit later on after 7 o'clock. But your Diamonds got over the Black Ferns.
Diamonds have silver ferns even.
I just, even when I said, I was like, wow, look at you go.
So close yet so far.
We've dominated New Zealand over the weekend. Absolutely smacked them on 2 occasions. I love
There
watching.
you go.
Love it.
That's nice.
News.
All right, that's your post-snooze news. Jodes, you ever thought that if you didn't get married, it gets to the stage where you're like, what am I even doing? But I still want to have a wedding? But I can't find a partner?
Well, no, that's never occurred to me.
It's happened to a lady over in Britain. A woman who spent 20 years saving for her dream wedding has thrown herself her own big day after not meeting the right partner. Why not? Why don't you just marry yourself?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because you know yourself like no other.
Yeah, that's true.
And as I say, you've got to love yourself.
Before you can love anyone else.
A lot of people do love themselves. Loves themselves sick, don't they? Sarah Wilkinson, who's 42, decided to hold a wedding ceremony conducted by her celebrant friend in Suffolk in England. The bride was surrounded by 40 of her closest family and friends for the ceremony. Miss Wilkinson said she wrote 14 vows for her to honour, with the first being a promise never to relinquish control of the TV remote.
Classic says.
Oh, that's good by Sarah. I mean, all the fights you have with your partner or even yourself over the TV remote. Right now, I've got kids, never know where the TV remote is. Sometimes it ends up in the bath. Thanks, Henry.
We spent
Terrorist.
25 minutes looking for the Apple remote yesterday.
It's good, isn't it?
And you do that thing where it's got to be in the cushions.
Yeah,
So you can like really delve down. And
it's not in there, is it?
It wasn't there.
Somewhere else.
Nah,
You
it
don't
was
know
hiding
how it
behind the
got there.
Pictionary, wasn't it?
Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure there's people that get to a stage of their life where you're starting to go, well, what am I going to do here?
Yeah.
I mean, is it an option to genuinely marry yourself?
Well, I mean, I guess you can. And I think the whole purpose of life is to love yourself, isn't it?
And that's the thing. That's the thing about this. Because if you seriously break it down right now and give us your thoughts via text 0400 919 919, could you genuinely marry yourself? Can you identify your own flaws?
Yeah.
And do you think that you would be a good life
You
partner
wouldn't
to
marry
marry?
yourself anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think I like myself.
Yeah, I just sort of feel like that we could quite honestly both look into the future after marrying ourselves
Yes.
and know that we've been divorced through irreconcilable differences.
That would break my heart. I've already been through an actual divorce with a man who didn't want to be married to me anymore. Well, imagine if I had to go through my own own divorce with myself.
That'd be tough, wouldn't it? I know for me, it would be probably a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
Probably through just listening too much, which we've spoke about before. I mean, imagine being in a relationship with someone and all they want to do is listen to what you've got to say. And it's like, mate, can you just have some time for yourself? I'm like, no, all I want to do is please you. But I'm in the same relationship. It's just not working. You know what I mean?
God, mate, we get through breaks sometimes, and halfway through, I'm like, he's not even listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's so busy pushing buttons. He's got no idea what's coming out of my mouth.
The other one's probably flatulence in bed. It's, yeah. Being on the receiving end of that finally tipped me over the edge.
Hazy, stop farting. I can't.
I can't.
Get out.
You're a pig. Get out. Oh, wow. That's what that feels like. It's actually quite horrible, isn't it? I think for you, it's probably
Here we
you've
go.
had enough of someone stealing your food.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're breaking up with yourself because finally you've been tipped over the edge.
I don't even touch your food anymore. I'm not even allowed to look at your food anymore. It's
Yeah.
gotten that bad.
Yeah, so imagine being married to yourself
Yeah.
and you constantly stealing your own food. Can you imagine how infuriating that would be? And I'd say the last reason why you have
there's
to
more, is there?
break
Okay.
up with yourself, and it's written on the official end of marriage papers and everything, so I cannot stand being married to someone whose name isn't Greg. Can't do a Jody. From Jody.
The Weekend Sports Wrap with Tom Rehn.
Look at him. Sexy eyes, Rehn.
The joy that you bring when you walk into the studio. It's incredible.
Well, the feeling is mutual, as you know. It's more than reciprocated, Jode. So
Thank you.
good to be here.
Yeah. Okay. Not a heap of sport on the weekend, but a little bit.
A few bits and pieces. Great win for the Adelaide 36ers. They
Yes.
finally get their season sort of off the mark. They've got their first win of the season.
Okay, so I was up and about the Sixers having a win finally because they would have been 0-5, which
Yep.
would have been horrible. So I'm texting this peanut going, we're back, we back.
Yeah.
The boys are back. And you're like, oh.
I just said, hold your horses, all right? Hold your horses when you're playing the Hawks.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
good to see the young fella, Trenton Flowers, 18 points in the
So
last
good.
quarter. That
Yeah.
was unreal. The netball, Jody, I know you'll be happy. The Aussies won overnight. They beat the New Zealand Silver Ferns 55-46. So great result there. Mixed results for the women's footy teams. The Crows, another win. They're top of the pops. They're 7-0. But Port Adelaide, record-breaking loss, biggest ever. It's only their second season. And what about Michael Pryor from West Coast? This was a bit bizarre. Came out after their game against Melbourne last night and said it's a joke that the fixture has it that they play the reigning premiers.
What?
And it's like,
What do you mean?
well, he just doesn't think they should have to play them.
What?
Because there's 10 games and he doesn't think, because they finished bottom last season, I think he thinks they should only play against the other bottom sides.
Yeah, Michael, sweetie, it doesn't work like that. You don't get charity matches.
You know, I think he was waiting for at halftime, you know, like they say, okay, there's not going to be a ball up, it's just your ball, West
Yeah,
Coast, from the middle
yeah.
of the ground.
I mean,
And you can swap jumpers and play for the other team.
oh my God, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Crazy. So that was a bit bizarre. A little bit of other sport. The Adelaide United women, what a match, 4-all against Canberra United.
What about, with all due respect as well, the Adelaide United goalie? Wasn't
Not a best.
Wasn't the best first half.
Not a best game.
It's just
I
a
didn't
couple of
see it.
nightmarish little
The
spots.
first goal was bad where she kicked it into the defender. But the second one, the ball just went, no, supposed to, you're supposed to get that
Having
one.
the dream where you can't run. You're like, my leg's not working.
I think she was like, you know, with the coyote where it's like running on the spot and then it goes.
Oh, no.
She just kept running on the spot.
Yeah.
There was no go.
But a good comeback.
Good comeback.
Yes,
Great
good
comeback.
comeback.
And trade period, of course, finishes on Wednesday for the Crows and Port and all the other 16 sides in the AFL, the men's competition. So we'll see what happens there.
Speaking of soccer, got up early on Saturday morning to watch the Socceroos take on England at Wembley. And we had so many chances.
I know.
Oh, my God.
And that can be the nature of the game, can't it? That, you know, it can be frustrating like that. And that's why the strikers get paid the big bucks, because you get nothing for it unless you score.
No, absolutely. Good soccer chat.
Yeah,
Good
great
soccer chat.
Love that. All right, Rennie, very important time of the week, not just morning for you. What sort of joke you got for us today?
Well, this is me. What's the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? Oh. Snowballs. Jokes like that one.
There you go. Rennie, thank you very much.
Good luck to the Aussies tonight in the cricket as well. World Cup, need to win.
Yeah,
Good
good
stuff.
luck.
Friday morning, newsreader Abbey.
Woke up late. Woke up late.
Yeah, she did.
Woke up late.
So
Woke up
late.
late.
In fact, it merged into a 3-day weekend.
What the hell?
Sorry.
Okay, talk us through it, because from our point of view,
Yeah.
we were worried
Yeah.
that something had happened.
We were so worried, and all of a sudden we were like,
Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling.
wake up, Abbey, where the hell is she?
So we walk in, your seat's empty. How many missed calls did you have on your phone?
11.
11. And so it got to the point where the boss was looking up your emergency contact. And then you were like, oh, I've got Tamara, her sister's number. So we call her and then she calls your mum and then eventually you wake up.
Yeah. So I got up. I don't know. And it was probably right on my get up time, but I just went, oh, you know, when you don't want to check your phone, she's like, maybe there's another hour to go. So I'll quickly get back into bed and go back to sleep because I've still got an hour to go.
Yeah.
So I got up and I went to the bathroom and I came back and got back into bed. Then I kind of rolled over and I just saw this like glint of sun or light coming through my curtains. And in my head I went, maybe I've done Friday already. Like maybe it's Saturday morning. So I get up usually at this time for the gym on a Saturday. So maybe I've gone through Friday and not remembered.
Yeah.
And then I've checked my phone and all hell has absolutely broken loose.
It's like that's either sunlight or a UFO about to abduct
But
me.
Mum comes running down and as she's on the phone to Tamara going, oh my God, she's still in bed. What are we going to do? I then call producer Zoe back and I'm like, I am so sorry. And then when I check and do a bit of an investigation, I find that I set my alarm for PM instead of AM.
Right. And this is the thing when you do breakfast radio. If you wake up during the week and there is any sort of light or if there's any birds chirping, you know you're in trouble.
You're either late or you've died and you've gone to heaven.
Yeah.
And in the 6 years that I have been doing brekkie radio or close to, I've never completely, because it's 10 to 7. So by the time I would have got up, brushed my teeth, chucked some clothes on, got in the car and driven up, I'm in Seaford.
Yeah.
It's a 35, 40-minute drive, especially at that time of the morning because there's actually cars on the road.
Yeah.
There was no point in coming in. So I've never
And also, we would have been horrified if you had have come in here and done your job without cleaning your teeth.
Exactly.
for goodness sake.
Exactly.
Disgusting.
So there was just no point, essentially. By that point, I just went, you know what? I'm going to make a coffee and I'm going to listen like a listener today and give you some feedback on Friday's show.
A few days after, Habs, we're at this point. But unfortunately for you, damage is done.
I did. Hazy called me, so I had Horse. He's in my phone as Horse, and
course.
it comes up, and I went, hi, and he goes, what the hell happened?
Oh, my goodness.
We have standards here.
Do we, though?
Now, in saying that, to apologise, I went, how am I going to say sorry? I baked a banana bread last night, and I've left a banana bread in the office, and everyone, after our post-show meeting, we could all have banana bread together.
That's so nice and so lovely of you, and I would suggest that you offer some of that banana bread to the girls in Melbourne or Sydney who covered your shift.
Yes. They've had multiple messages saying thank you.
Send some of that banana bread to Ash Gardner, whose sleeping pattern has just been thrown so far out of whack. She doesn't even know what week it is.
Yeah. But it's weird, though. I got an email from our boss Josh, and he said, can you come to my office after 9 o'clock with a box? I don't know what that means, though.
Did he mention the support person as well?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
So,
I think he's trying to organise a surprise party for you.
right, that's what it is. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll let you know tomorrow what happens.
Amanda from HR texted me and said, make sure Abby's in Josh's office by 9 o'clock. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's
Cool.
Anyway.
That's good.
It's fine.
13-24-10, what'd you sleep through?
Yes.
What did you miss? Because there's nothing worse than the panic that sets in when you know you're genuinely late.
It's horrible. I actually burst into tears at first, and producers always like, oh, they want to give you crap, so do you want to call through? And I was like, Zoe, not right now, okay? And then afterwards, after I calmed down, I was like, okay, it's fine. These things happen.
Yeah.
All right. What
Anyway.
important event or date did you sleep through? Give us a call 13-24-10 with 36's Family Pass up for grabs. Don't miss the New Look 36's this Thursday. They're taking on the Phoenix at the Entertainment Centre. It's the hottest ticket in town. Tickets from Ticketek.
And we're always here to support our team and to support Abbey, and that's why we put up an Instagram poll to say, should she get the sack?
Yeah, exactly right. And somehow it came back, no, she shouldn't. Still, I mean, there's a message in this.
Woke up late.
Just don't wake up late.
I'm so dirty at Greg as well, by the way, because he voted bye-bye Abbey. So he's dead to me. Just let him know that when you go home today.
My husband's a troll.
13-24-10, what'd you sleep through? We're talking all those situations, those times where you've slept in like newsreader Abbey on Friday morning.
Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling.
The Abbey from the newsroom version. Because Abbey just treated herself to a little 3-day weekend, if you don't mind.
Abbey from the Snooze room.
Yeah, that's better.
Thank you.
We
Love that. That's good.
Okay, you can go home again now.
Thank you. Bye.
Your work here is done. Oh, dear. What did you sleep through? 13, 24, 10. And we've got some Adelaide 36ers tickets to give away. Don't miss the new look 36ers this Thursday. They're going to take on Southeast Melbourne Phoenix at the Entertainment Centre. Hottest tickets in town. Tickets from Ticketek.
Yes, let's go to McLaren Vale, beautiful part of the world. That's where we find Ariane. What'd you sleep through?
Hi, I'm a hairdresser and I slept through. I was supposed to do 9 till 9. I woke up, my phone had died overnight, so I was late. But I think I got up at 11 and got to Marion at like 12 o'clock.
See, this is what I understand. Ariane, can I be a little bit rude and ask how old you are?
Yeah, 34.
34. So still young enough. When did this happen?
This was a few years back.
Yeah.
Probably, 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's a 20s thing. When you're in your 20s,
Yep.
you can genuinely not wake up until like hours and hours after when you're supposed to. Versus now, I wake up every 20 minutes.
Yeah. And how
Yeah,
did...
see, this was before kids. Yeah.
Yeah, and how did your work react?
Not very well. I ended up having to work until about 11 o'clock at night because I was that far behind and that booked out.
Wow.
My boss wasn't very happy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. So she didn't get Employee of the Month.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean, Abbey finds herself in a similar situation where behind the scenes, crisis meetings with the big bosses, banana breads flowing in.
Yeah. Tristan from Macclesfield, what did you sleep through?
I actually slept through my Year 12 exams
Yes, it's good.
Oh my God.
back in the day.
So,
How many? Listen to me. Oh my God. That terrifies me. So how many exams did you have?
Just the one.
just the one. You're required to do one exam.
Yeah.
Slept through it. Good.
Yeah.
And what time was the exam, Tristan?
I actually I organised all my subjects. I only had the one and thought it was an afternoon exam, but it ended up being a morning. So they rocked up and they're like, no, that one's already been, thanks. And I'm like, okay, well, that's done.
So then what happens? There's no way that you can negotiate doing it again?
No, they would never bar of
Just to
it.
fail.
So.
And just to fail.
So
That's
you
what
just
they do.
you've basically failed Year 12.
Yeah, which didn't matter anyway because I went straight on the tools anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. I wish I'd done that instead.
What's that
For
gone?
one of my exams, I cheated twice.
Did you?
In the exam.
Yeah.
Notes in the back pocket, went to the toilet twice.
Yeah.
And then thought I absolutely nailed that. Got the results back. I got 61% in the exam. Imagine cheating throughout an exam and still getting 61%.
Oh dear, haven't you landed on your feet though, Dal?
There we go. Newsreader Abbey, though. All good. Do you get one? What's the deal here?
What do you mean? Do you get a...
How many times can you sleep in before you get in trouble?
Oh, there's got to be some sort of warning. I
Oh,
would have thought.
come on. First time in 6 years.
Hey, we've only been doing this show this year.
Okay, well, first time here in over a year.
Yeah, right.
And I was getting up at 3 o'clock for majority of that.
You know what I'm hearing?
Excuses.
Woke up late.
Woke up
That's all we
late.
can hear.
Woke up late.
I hate you too sometimes.
Oh, just sometimes.
Hey, Tristan, you want to head along and see the 36ers take on the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix?
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
No, he's going to sleep through it.
Yeah, what would be the point in that?
I really need a chit chat. Let's have a chit chat. It is so time for a chit chat. Let's go, girls.
Yeah, the girls.
I just want to kick down a door every time I hear that.
Yeah,
Let's
dude.
go, girls.
Yeah. I'm like, Abbey, I'll be done soon, all right? For goodness sake, I'm trying to do a number 2.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
That is why you
my
won't
kids.
be participating in this little segment.
There you guys.
So we've got newsreader Abbey in the studio in your 30s. Can I say that?
I am.
Happily single?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
No kids?
No children. Oh, well, 2 sausage dogs. They're
Yeah,
children.
They count.
Yeah.
And we've got producer Zoe in the studio
Good
as
morning.
well. Tell us your story.
I'm the bubby. I'm not 25. I'm in navigating a newish relationship for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
So,
Quite career driven, you know.
Quite.
And then we have me, and we all know my sad story.
Oh,
Okay.
Jody. Sorry, the killer media
still
career.
looking for love. Just kidding. You found your prince, didn't you? Hey?
Sure did. Prince Greggy,
Aw.
version number 2. All right, let's talk about dark femme energy, can we?
What is that?
We've heard about big D energy. This is dark femme energy. So it's a new dating trend doing the rounds. So if you jump on TikTok and you go down that rabbit hole, you'll be able to find this new trend. And basically, it's a heap of dark femme energy videos that have headlines like "How to ruin his ego," "Best way to control a man," "Make him spoil you," "How to manipulate men." You get the gist. So it's flipping that whole narrative on its head that, you know, us women have been sort of objectified and treated poorly for many, 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 many years by men. And now there's this movement to reverse it.
So flip the script and do all the bad things that men have done to you back to them.
Correct.
Wow.
It sounds pretty dark and devious.
Is dark femme only for the guys that we know are no good, or is it for any man?
Any man, I think.
Yeah, wild.
So the tips include things like, if you want to ruin his ego, say something like, "I had to dive deep into your Instagram to show my friends a cute picture of you."
I kind of love it.
Why don't you test some of them on me?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I view our relationship, Andrew, as a brother, like a brother-sister type relationship.
So do I.
But the point there is psychologists say that you'd be gutted that I don't find you sexually attractive.
Oh.
Which I don't.
I'd be gutted if you did find me sexually attractive, given I'm your brother. Oh, my gosh. It always comes back to Tasmania with this one, doesn't it?
Oh, my God.
I'm so confused because I'm working so hard to better myself and not do all the mistakes that I've done in the past with men that haven't worked out.
Yeah.
So I feel like doing this, let's maybe test it. I need to find a test.
Another one is, if you want to make a guy obsessed with you, never be too available. So if you act like really super keen and then you act cold and then you're constantly changing the version of yourself and then he won't get bored.
I hate it. I hate all of this.
Did you do any of
So
that
much.
with Alex?
No, I didn't. In fact, I was too keen. Man had to be like, relax. No, I'd been single for a long time. No, I hate games. I think it's ridiculous. And you're never going to get a long-lasting, happy, substantial relationship if it starts with games and lies and tricks.
Yeah, that's
Although
how I am at the moment.
I kind of like the idea of, you know, eat the men, you know? Like,
Oh, wow.
Eat the men.
It's kind of funny.
Zoe's a praying mantis.
So you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Do you know girls that would get involved in this sort of behaviour?
I do. When we were chatting about it before, I said I've got quite a few girlfriends that follow this sort of, not that extent. Dark femme is pretty hectic, but I've got girls that definitely call men out publicly for things that they do on Instagram. That's a big one. If someone, you know, is hitting on them constantly, they will take screenshots and post it on their stories, that sort of thing, to crush their egos, you know, but not someone they're interested in.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Are you going to have a crack at some of this?
Well, like I said, I'm
Screams,
trying to be a better human, but maybe I should stop trying to be
Put
a
that
better
on hold
human.
for the sake of the experiment.
Yeah. So I need to find, I have, because I'm an idiot and I was bored the other week, I have jumped back on the dating apps.
Oh, God.
So maybe I need to find a little test bunny.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
And I'll do it and see what happens.
Yeah, do it for content on our show.
Content.
I won't tell
This
my
is research.
therapist who will kill me if I tell her what I'm up to.
Maybe I'll start doing it to Alex 9 months in and see what happens.
Definitely. And secretly record him.
Yeah.
Ooh, content.
I don't agree with this, but anyway.
13 24 10. Are you into dark femme TikToking?
Give us some examples.
Dark femme energy.
Dark femme energy. Are you all about it?
Aren't I feeling like someone on the outside right now?
Yeah. But at least we've established we're brother and sister. So
Stop hitting on me, sis. Right now, we are right in the guts of chick chat, and the headline is Dark Femme Energy.
So this is basically reversing the narrative based on the theory that men have messed with women for a very long time and now they want to turn it back on men and just crush their ego with all sorts of devious little tactics.
Wow, sounds awful for us blokes.
It doesn't sound good, does it?
But if it's coming back around in terms of like a calmer situation, then quite deservedly so.
How would you feel if Cara, you know, you've just had your third child together, but just started playing these really toxic, manipulative games with you just to keep you keen?
I'd be surprised, given she's got 2 kids and a week and a half-year-old, that she's found the time and energy to do anything like that. But 13, 24, 10, I mean, give us an example. Sort of this dark femme energy, which is apparently about to reboot itself into the atmosphere.
Yeah, if you want to get amongst it, TikTok's the place to be.
TikTok.
Isn't it?
Okay, that's where we're missing out firstly.
Yeah.
Not TikTok.
We're taking your calls 13 24 10, and we've got a family pass to Pixar Park. That's back at the Riverbank Promenade at the Adelaide Convention Centre.
Text line very busy as well, 0400 919 919. This one, my ex cheated on me, so I posted a revenge Insta post calling him out. Dark Femme for the win. That's from Alyssa in Marion. There you go. Just a bit of dark Femme energy.
We've got a text from Dan here from Brighton. I've had a chick do this to me. I didn't realise until a month in, but I guess that means it worked. Whoa, and they're still together.
It depends what the message is as well.
Yeah.
It could be she was trying to deliver an instant message.
Yeah.
And bless us. But sometimes it takes us, just like Dan, a good month to realise what's going on.
Yeah. 13 24 10, give us a call.
All right, let's go to Liz in Harndorf. Good morning, Liz.
Oh, hello.
Snuck up on you there, Liz.
Yeah, you did. Morning, guys. Look, I'm not giving you... I'm actually wanting a wee bit of advice, if you don't mind. The Muay Thai club that I'm at, do you guys mind doing it this way? You haven't asked for that. You want me to come at you with something amazing I've done, don't you?
Oh, I'm not quite sure there, Liz.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So, look, the Muay... the Muay Thai club I'm at is like I could only describe it as a boys' den.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel privileged to fight there because I get so much out of it. Sometimes I'm in a room of 30 blokes and just me.
Yeah.
And you know, that's all good. But like there's little things that are kind of happening that the feminist in me is just thinking, shit, how do I deal with this without getting these blokes offside? And that's not like me. Normally I would be the one that would go and call it out, but because it's a different culture and and there's a lot of really top gentlemen there. I'm not saying anything otherwise, but like even the music they play, I don't mind hip hop. I don't mind it at all. I can handle it, but they have the real sexist stuff on sometimes, and it's like they probably don't even realise, you know. And I'm standing there trying to skip and trying to punch and kick and do that, and it's shake your booty, you know. But it's beyond shake your booty, and it's like I don't know how to tackle this, and
it's tough.
It is.
It's real tough.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. Thank you for the call this morning.
Dark Femme energy.
I'm not quite sure what that had to do with dark femininity.
That's okay. It's all somewhat related.
Mind. Yeah.
Still send us a text as well, 0400 919 919, because it's a new concept that I'm getting my head around.
Yes. I think most men are getting their head around it.
Yeah, but like I mentioned with Dan via the text line, but for some of us, man, it's just hard to pick up messages.
Yeah, you're not very
so
good at
girls
that.
are so much cluier at picking up little hints and signs versus us men. That's where you're going to struggle, ladies. When you're trying to subtly deliver a message.
I love how I'm actually taking relationship advice off you, Hazy.
What I'm saying is you just got to really dumb it down for us, all right? Because sometimes we ain't picking up what you're putting out there because we ain't smart enough.
Oh, my God. You just turned into like some sort of rapper? What just happened there? That was weird.
That's right.
Don't ever do that again.
Clicking my fingers and all sorts.
Doc, are you telling me you built a time machine?
Just another manic Monday. The On the Stacey version. Today's the 16th of October. So, Jodes, let's take a little trip down memory lane, if you will. 1976. Ah, what a day on the calendar. Rod Fitzgerald was born right here in Adelaide.
Oh.
Today's his 47th birthday.
Royalty.
Absolute royalty. One of our favourites.
What's the bet he was born at the Noarlunga Hospital?
Yeah, I think he was born at the Noarlunga Footy Club.
Just in the change rooms there.
Change room.
Yeah, they had his locker ready already.
Delivered himself as well. 1966, a 75-year-old Texas motorist received 10 traffic tickets when he drove on the wrong side of the road 4 times. He committed 4 hit-and-run offences and caused 6 accidents, all within 20 minutes in Texas.
Whoa.
Same sort of thing would happen today if Joe Biden got behind the wheel. Key wording, he's old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have revoked his licence by now, wouldn't they?
Oh, my gosh. That's quite the epic little motoring event for that 75-year-old. In saying that, in 1966, people would be like, oh, you know, it was just back in the day. Things like that used to happen all the time.
Yeah, did they?
Oh, there's no speed limits. And we used to do this, we used to do that. And you're like, oh, my gosh, thank goodness things have changed.
God, we used to smoke in the car with 3 kids in the back.
Yeah, no seatbelts as well.
Exactly.
Oh, I just have too many beers and let the kids drive home. And I go, oh, my gosh, Dad, did you? 2021, Adele's single Easy on Me, her first since 2016, broke the Spotify record for most streams in a single day. It accumulated 24 million global streams within its first day.
Wow.
She's just an absolute beast.
Powerhouse, isn't she?
So good. And there'll never be someone as good, I reckon, and as absolutely flawless as a singer as Adele.
Yeah, she's from that David Beckham school, though, where your voice doesn't quite match what you look like. You know what I mean?
Easy on me. You're like, oh my gosh, you're right. Whoa, that doesn't match up.
Yeah. You want some? I'll have you.
Hey, what's up? Number one song, October 16, 2001, Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. So Adele is Britain's absolute golden angel, then maybe Kylie is ours.
Remember when Kylie was putting on that English accent for a little while? Hi, it's Kylie Minogue
Was
here.
she?
Yeah, she was for a little bit.
Okay, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Shout out to those people who go on a gap year. 6 months later, they got an English accent. You're like, what are you doing? Because I bet you over there you were putting on a real strong Aussie accent.
Yeah, yeah. But then you come back here and try to be super cool and be British. You're not.
You know, you're a wanker. Don't 100% rely every time that Abbey's going to turn up for Nova's Pay Bills at 7:30 in the morning, because sometimes she misses. But
It was once, guys. It was once. And camera guy Josh, shout out to him, who's having a day off today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys, I can't believe I slept through my whole alarm. Anyway, I'm just going to take the whole day off.
That's good. That's good gear.
Yeah.
Good gear from Josh.
Yeah.
Love that. Guess what else comes up tomorrow? Song returns.
Don't.
If I was you, I'd be anxious tonight and sleep erratically.
Well, I probably will. But this is the thing, and we had this discussion yesterday on the phone. You have messed with my psyche so badly with this competition that even when I go one up,
Yeah,
there's
you're
a
under the
voice in the back of my head that
Jodie, I've got some advice for you.
What?
Just sleep through your alarm, babe. Just don't rock up.
Yeah, that works.
Can't lose if you're not here.
That's so true.
Enjoy the rest of your day.